Meet your new federal member for Menzies. With the federal election now declared, Warrandyte Diary spoke to the new member for Menzies, Gabriel Ng.
What did you do before politics?
I've worked as a lawyer and a public servant mostly in the areas of migrant and refugee settlement and aged care. I've also volunteered at community-level centres teaching migrants English at an aged care service and on my children's local kinder committee.
What is your connection to Menzies?
I grew up in Doncaster and have lived here most of my adult life. When I was younger, we used to walk our dogs along the river in Warrandyte, and I spent a lot of time with friends in places like Blackburn and Surrey Hills. My dad is Chinese Singaporean, and we used to go to Box Hill to grab some ingredients for dinner and eat noodles at the local shops. Now, I live in Donvale with my wife, Maya. We have 2 kids who attend our local school and pack their afternoons with activities. I love jogging along the local trails, going bushwalking with the kids, swimming in the river and discovering new restaurants. My experience as a candidate and now as a local member has given me the opportunity to get to know Menzies even better, including a lot of the leaders and volunteers who give so much to our community and are a real source of inspiration.
What made you decide to enter politics?
I joined the Labour Party due to a strong sense of social justice and drive to put my beliefs into action. However, I'm not the kind of person who always thought I should be a politician. It's something that developed over the years as different people within the party and mentors sounded me out about running and expressed belief in me. My career as a public servant taught me about the implementation of policy and the great impact of government in people's lives. Through my experience as a lawyer and volunteer at a community legal centre, I learned how the law can work for people and how people can fall through the cracks. I decided to stand in this election as I had lived in Menzies for most of my adult life and believed it had been taken for granted by its Liberal members. I wanted to be a strong voice for a community I love and contribute to the re-election of the Labour government, which I believe will deliver on the kind of things people in Menzies care about: a strong healthcare system, better funded schools, investment in infrastructure, and real action on housing affordability.
What is your passion?
I am passionate about delivering for our community and contributing to a more prosperous and inclusive Australia, where no one is left behind. Beyond this, I have particular interest in how we can improve the mental health system, having had family and friends impacted by mental health issues. I also have a passion for multiculturalism, given my professional and family background. Australia is one of the most successful multicultural countries in the world, and I consider this to be a real asset which enriches our nation. Finally, I believe government services and the legal system should provide a helping hand and access to justice. However, my experience as a public servant and lawyer, as well as hearing from members of the public during the campaign, has shown me that too often government can be difficult to navigate and put up too many barriers.
Do you think Menzies, now being a marginal seat, is a challenge or an opportunity?
It is both a challenge and an opportunity. Having lived in Menzies for most of my life, I think being a safe Liberal seat for so long has been the electorate has been taken for granted. This presents an opportunity to deliver for Menzies and demonstrate what an active local member who is part of the Labour government can achieve. I look forward to the challenge of showing those who did not vote for me that I will work tirelessly to represent them.
What do you hope to achieve for Menzies in this term of Parliament?
My top priority is to deliver on the commitments that the Albanese Labour government made in Menzies during the election. This includes $187,500 to repair Old Warrandyte Fire Station, $25 million to upgrade Five Ways intersection in Warrandyte, $200,000 for local cultural festivals in Box Hill and Manningham, $3.5 million for Bulleen Templestowe Basketball Club for key internal upgrades, $3.925 million for Box Hill United Soccer Club to upgrade their pitches, and $45 million for Nunawading Basketball Centre. Beyond this, I also want to continue to be an accessible and active local member and reach out to all corners of the electorate so I can best serve the community. I also want to draw upon my experience and skills to make the best possible contribution to the Albanese Labour government's ambitious policy agenda. I'm committed to ensuring we deliver increasing bulk billing rates, providing better funding for local schools, and investing in housing supply.
What would you like to say to those who voted for you?
Firstly, I'd like to say thank you. Being elected to represent the people of Menzies and by a community that I have been part of my whole life is the honour of my life. I will work hard every day to fulfil the responsibility that you have placed in me. I have been particularly touched to meet long-time locals who have voted Labour their whole lives but who have never had a federal Labour member. I also want to encourage everyone who supported me to keep in touch. I'm committed to being an accessible and accountable local member.
What would you like to say to those who didn't vote for you?
I want to reassure anyone that didn't vote for me that I am here to listen, provide support and advocate for your interests in any way that I can. It was a tight race in Menzies, and as a result, I know there is a sizable part of the community that voted for someone else at the last election. It is my job to represent the whole electorate, and while there might be areas where we don't agree, I'm committed to listening and keeping an open mind. I encourage people to engage with me or my office over the coming weeks and months and let me know what matters to them or how we might be able to assist them. It's my job to earn their support and trust over the next 3 years.